Ladies and gentlemen, what is good? What is good? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whichever time you are tuning in, wherever you are, right? Around the world. Some people tune in from the UK, must be nighttime around there. Eastern time, whatever time you're tuning in, man. Thank you so much. Renee Buckton, man, we're going live. Flash Live, y'all know what it is. Flash Live out of nowhere, man. Boom, Flash Live, man. I definitely had to talk about this. JC, Phil J, JC, what's going on, family? Thank you guys so much for jumping in the building, man. I'm just about a minute late, so sorry about that, man. But thank you guys so much. Subscribers since day one, man. Recent subscribers, those who tune into live sessions, those who comment in the comment sections, you know what I'm saying? Just all your love. I really appreciate you guys. And like I was saying, I really had to go live because typically I've been doing it like towards the end of the week, right? Thursday, Friday. I had to go live because I got to give a post-fight reaction. Got to do this, man. Live session, throw it out there. Fulton Jr. versus, Leo, Angelo Leo. Man, we definitely got to talk about this. And obviously, some general news in the sport of boxing. So I just couldn't wait. I couldn't wait, man. You know what I'm saying? And we got Lavar Cooper in the building. What's going on, Lavar? How you doing, man?
Hey, what's going on, brother? How you doing? Thank you for having me on. Salute to you, Renee, and salute to the whole chat.
Lavar, can you take over just for a couple minutes, right? Just real fast, right?
No problem. Hey, how's everyone doing out there? I hope everybody out there is being safe from this pandemic. Great boxing news coming up. Some great fights. I know Renee's probably going to talk about Manny Pacquiao versus Ryan Garcia. He's probably going to talk about that, get more detail about that. I know he wants to talk about Fulton versus Leo. I enjoyed that fight this past Saturday. So we're gonna jump into that, and then some other things, some other boxing news around the world, and I'm gonna try to get his take on Claressa Shields going into the octagon. Salute out there to JC, to Phil J 508. Salute to y'all. Thanks for tuning in. Money in the Ghetto, salute to you. Thanks for joining the show. I know we're also going to talk about Josh Taylor's upcoming fight. We're gonna get into a lot of boxing news, and hopefully we can figure out what's going on, because I know for me, I'm ready to see the best fight the best. And they need to stop ducking and ducking each other and make the fights happen. I don't know what these promoters have to do. I don't know what these organizations need to do in order to make this to make the super fights that we want to see. So hopefully, we'll be able to see some of those good fights pan out and be scheduled. We'll see what happens. I'm ready to see the Charlos back in action. I want to see what Earl Spence wants to do and Terrence Crawford. Hopefully sometime down the line, hopefully we'll see them fight, but you never know. I know right now with the new generation of boxers, it's all about that, it's all about that money, making that money. I feel like they want that floor money. They want to make that floor money payday, but they don't want to do anything to get out there and earn it. So we'll see what happens. Marcadius Mack of the South. Hey, salute to you, brother. Thanks for joining in. That the Fulton and Leo fight, that was a great fight, action packed. I know Fulton, he went in there. It seemed like that fight was they were fighting in the phone booth. It was a great strategy from Fulton to do that. Like I said, I don't want to take any of Renee's thunder because I know he wants to talk about it, but I really enjoyed that fight. I really enjoyed the whole card. So hopefully we'll get in here and we'll talk about the whole card. Yep, Fulton definitely did his thing. I'm proud of him. I think we're all happy. I caught him on a different platform. I think he was talking to barbershops conversation said about what he was planning on doing. So he fought a good fight.
All right, I'm back, man. Sorry about that. So sorry about that. It was just out of nowhere, man. So,
Oh, no
what's
worries,
going
brother.
on? Mac of the South, Money in the Ghetto, man. Phil J, all you guys. Thank you guys for jumping in, man. We're gonna just talk a little bit about this. First and foremost, Lavar, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good, brother. I can't complain, man. Another day. Just doing single dad things.
Yeah, exactly, man. Definitely. How was the weekend, man? Everything good?
Everything was great, man. Enjoyed the great boxing card that came on Saturday. Enjoyed the Fulton and Leo fight, man. I can't wait to talk about it.
Yeah, definitely, man. So, it's good stuff, man. Let's just jump right into this, man. Definitely. Let's jump right into this. Fulton Jr. versus Angelo Leo. Just to lay a little foundation, man, we're going to get to Lavar to see what your input is on this, man. Just to lay a foundation. I think it was, if I'm not mistaken, last week I went live and we had, honorable guests, just as Lavar Cooper, honorable guest today, man. We had Curtis Anderson and Bruce Goes, right? And we were talking about, final thoughts on Fulton Jr. versus Angelo Leo. Where we're talking about, interesting, man. Curtis Anderson hit the head right on the nose, man. Hit the nail right on the head, whatever you call it, right? He said that the fight was going to be, he said, you know what? I got Fulton after we broke it down and stuff. He said, I got Fulton unanimous decision. Exactly what it was. Exactly what it was, but, we were breaking it down, and check this out, ladies and gentlemen. You got to hear this. We were talking about the styles, Angelo Leo, his style. Everybody knows his style, more of that Mexican style, I guess we can say, fighter, inside, rugged, goes to the body, pressures you, et cetera, et cetera. And it popped up to my mind while we were discussing, the styles. We were talking about, I brought up George Foreman versus Muhammad Ali when they fought back in Africa. And how Muhammad Ali was fighting George Foreman's fight, okay? And we were talking about the dangers of that, okay? We were talking about the dangers of doing that for a fighter. If a fighter is going to fight somebody else's fight, you have to have a really good game plan. You got to know what the heck you're doing. In other words, you got to know what the heck you're doing, okay? And we saw Saturday night, man, this was amazing stuff. Check this out. I don't know how many people are putting emphasis on this, but I'm putting a big emphasis on this because Fulton Jr., in my humble opinion, he's not just any other fighter, man. He's not just any other fighter who came in and won the belt, got the championship belt. Hats off to both fighters. They put on an amazing performance, man, Angelo Leo and Fulton Jr. But what I'm trying to say here is that round one, we saw Fulton Jr. boxing as he usually does. High IQ, boom, boom, using the ring, pop, pop, using the jab at a distance. Beautiful work that Fulton Jr. always does. And check this out. And I was talking about also, in the buildup of this fight, whatever, breaking it down, Fulton Jr., Angelo Leo last week, I referenced Tremaine Williams versus Angelo Leo. Okay, I referenced that. And same thing was going on in the first 6 rounds of the fight between Tremaine Williams and Angelo Leo. Tremaine Williams boxing beautifully, using defense, using the distance, using the ring, using his footwork, et cetera, for the first half of the fight. Then all of a sudden, and interestingly enough, shortly before the fight began, okay, before Saturday night, Fulton came out and said in whatever interview, whatever platform, Fulton Jr. came out and said Tremaine Williams got tired, which is why in the second half of the fight, Tremaine Williams just started going toe-to-toe with Angelo Leo, which was really just messed up the fight, man. Messed up the fight. That's why he lost. That's why Tremaine Williams lost. So why I'm saying this, just so we can refresh in our memories and what happened on Saturday night. First round, Fulton Jr. was just boxing, Angelo Leo wonderfully. And I thought, yep, that's it. I mean, if he keeps this up for all the rounds, Fulton Jr. got the fight in the bag. Easy win. I was thinking that. But then what happened in round 2? If I'm not mistaken, he started going toe-to-toe. And I was like, what are you doing, Fulton? You're messing up, dude. What the heck are you doing? You're doing what Tremaine Williams did in the second half of the fight when Tremaine Williams fought Angelo Leo. Fulton, what the heck are you doing? I was looking at the screen. I was like, dude, come on. Don't do this. Don't do this. Okay. And then round 3, first half of the round, okay, Fulton went back to boxing. I was like, okay, good. You're going back to what you got to do. Nice. And then in the second half of round 3, approximately, he went back toe-to-toe. I was like, what are you doing, bro? Fulton, what the heck is going on here? And then from round 4 all the way to round 12, toe-to-toe. Fulton Jr., listen, ladies and gentlemen, I'm really excited about this. And like I said, I had to go live early this week to give my reaction and with Lavar Cooper here because Junior, man, he did, and it resembled to a certain extent. Obviously, styles are different, whatever. But what I'm trying to say here is like he did what Muhammad Ali did against George Foreman. Muhammad Ali fought George Foreman's fight, and Fulton Jr. fought Angelo Leo's fight and prevailed, man. He prevailed. Round 4, 5, 6 looked like he was kind of, getting the hang of it. And then from 7 and on, he just dominated. Fulton Jr. dominated on the inside. Oh my gosh. Now, we know Fulton Jr., before we get to the next point. Well, you know what? Before we continue, Lavar, what did you think about that fight, man?
Man, it was a great action-packed fight. I mean, everything you just described was, you hit the nail on the head. I mean, Fulton, he was jabbing, and then he decided to, take it to the inside. So it's like what I mentioned earlier. It was like it was a phone, like they were in a phone booth just going at it. And he must have saw something that was working for him, and for him to change his style up from boxing to taking, going in the doghouse. So it was a great fight, man. Great fight. I mean, the plan that he had, Renee, was perfect. It was perfect.
Now, did you notice, man, something else here? Okay. I mean, Fulton Jr., everyone knows he's a ring user. He's a footwork guy. He's a jabber. He's a, all around high IQ fighter before he fought Angelo Leo. That's what I thought. Yeah, he's not going to fight on the inside. I think everybody thought that. Everybody thought, yeah, Fulton Jr., he's going to, use the distance, use the jab. If he fights as he did, as Tremaine Williams fought against Angelo Leo the first half of the fight, if he does that, he's going to do, easy win. That's what we all thought. But he surprised the world on fighting Angelo Leo's fight. And he did amazingly, okay? Why am I saying this? This is because, ladies and gentlemen, I think Fulton Jr., he's on another level. Do you think that, Lavar?
Yes, I do. And what I think also, Renee, I think he wanted to bank some, some rounds in, because he had a long layoff. So I think he wanted, to push himself to see how he was going to do, because I think he was off for a year and a half, I believe.
Around there.
Yeah. So I think he just wanted to get some rounds in to see where his conditioning and everything was at.
Interesting. You just said that. I was just going to get to that. Okay. Now, here's another thing. What's up?
I said, my bad, brother. I'm not trying to steal your thunder.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
It was just a classical, beautiful fight. I mean, his game plan was perfect, and I'm not comparing him to Errol Spence, but real quick, when Errol Spence fought Porter, Spence could have made that fight look easier. He could have boxed. He could have boxed Porter, but what did he do? He decided to change up his game plan and say, you know what? I'm gonna take it straight to Porter. So Earl could have boxed, but Earl had to lose, I believe, 25 pounds for that fight. But like I said, he could have made that fight with Porter easier than what it looked. But he decided to, go into the doghouse and try to beat Porter at his own game.
And the thing here, Spence, he wasn't top notch, because he even said he wasn't taking it too seriously in training camp and things of that nature. So Spence wasn't even, you know what I'm saying? And that was awesome. Awesome performance by Spence. Even though many may say, oh, he barely won. And yeah, I understand that. But considering the context of the whole situation, Spence said he wasn't really taking it too serious. You know what I'm saying? Can you hear me good, Lavar? Is my sound good?
Yeah, you're perfect. You're perfect.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Awesome.
I mean,
Now,
you got.
yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry, Renee. I don't mean to overtalk you, but you got to remember for that camp, he focused more on losing weight. He even said it. That camp was focusing on losing weight because he ballooned up, I think 170, 180-ish. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think he ballooned. He was up in weight after fights, and I think that's when he decided, hey, you know what? I can't continue to gain all this weight and then focusing on losing it in training camp. Go ahead, brother.
And then the accident happened, and we all know now he's man, he got way in the zone now, way in the zone. So the thing here is that, like what you're saying, Lavar, that it resembles another fight. You know, like I was saying, it resembles Muhammad Ali, George Foreman, because Muhammad Ali was fighting George Foreman's fight. Spence was fighting Porter's fight. Fulton fought Angelo Leo's fight. I didn't expect this. Now, something that you point out, and I was just going to talk about this. Great stuff. I love it. That's what I love about this. And we just have the organic growth here. Fulton's, check this out. Around round 4 or 5, did you see when Angelo Leo, when they went to the corners, Angelo Leo, mouth open, breathing hard? Man, listen, ladies and gentlemen, a lot of people we got to pay attention here. I'm saying Fulton Jr., he's going to make a big statement in his career. I just see it. I see it. No, I'm not Mikey Garcia. I see something. No. The proof is in the pudding. I'm not saying that I see it and I don't see anything. No, it's tangible. We saw the proof is in the pudding in Fulton. Go back in his prior fights when he fought Canelito, when he fought all these other guys. And now when we saw a totally different game plan here. We saw a totally different Fulton Jr., ladies and gentlemen. And I see that he's going to make a real statement, ladies and gentlemen. Keep an eye out for Fulton Jr. This is why I'm so excited, and I had to get this out. I had to do this live session. I had to go early this week and talk about this because did you see? Okay, so like I said, Angelo Leo went to the corner round 4 or 5. He was breathing, mouth open, gassed out already. But but his stamina is awesome. I mean, Angelo Leo taking nothing away from him. He fought his heart out. He fought his butt off till the end. But you can tell. Now, Fulton Jr., round after round, did you see? He wasn't even breathing hard, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of people aren't paying attention to that. Lavar did. He just mentioned that. The conditioning, ladies and gentlemen, being off for about a year, more than a year, Fulton Jr., he came back. That goes to show, ladies and gentlemen, listen, please, I kind of see, okay, I understand. Fighters are different, whatever. Yeah, I understand that. But I kind of see another Jerome Ennis in this guy. I'm not saying he's Jerome Ennis. No, I'm not saying he's the same. No, but when I talk about, the discipline, the mindset, they're Philly fighters, if I'm not mistaken. No, wait. Fulton Jr., I think he's from Pennsylvania. I think he's from Philly. Is he from Philly?
Yeah, he's from Philly.
Yeah, there you go. We got Jerome Ennis and Fulton. These guys, man, I don't know why I see a parallel because of the Philly upbringing, the Philly background, the Philly boxing upbringing, man. A lot of people, ladies and gentlemen, we've got to keep an eye out on Fulton, please. Because why am I saying this? Because this goes to show just what Lavar said. Fulton hasn't fought in a while. Came back and fought an amazing, top-notch, rugged fighter. Okay? And the way he fought, he didn't play it safe. He didn't box from a distance. He didn't use footwork. He didn't keep Angelo Leo from a distance. No, he went in and fought on the inside, and he did amazing. You know how much, please, ladies and gentlemen, I gotta stop here and just focus on this point. You know how much energy that takes to fight on the inside against an Angelo Leo, ladies and gentlemen? You know how much that takes? Oh my gosh, that takes so much energy. Like I said, I've sparred, I've trained down here in Mexico. I know how it is. That stuff takes a lot out of you. And Fulton, man, and did you notice that he wasn't breathing really hard, Lavar?
Yeah, I noticed, brother. I noticed he was like a machine. But see, the thing, Renee, he was determined. His determination took over because he was determined to win that belt. He wanted that belt bad, and I really do believe that he would have went through hell to get that belt. So he had his mission was to bring home that title, and that's what he did.
Yeah, man, and it goes to show he did his homework. This guy trained in training camp like no other. This guy, I don't think he's one of those social media guys who's sitting there, oh, look at me, I'm in the gym. I don't think he does that much, man. I haven't seen much. I mean, I'm not sitting here all day on social media, no, but I haven't seen too much. You know, when you compare him to other fighters and things of that nature, they're showing everything that they're doing in the gym. You know what I'm saying? Fulton, oh my gosh, ladies and gentlemen, he did his homework. He was conditioned to the T. This guy, I mean, a lot of people aren't paying attention to this, and I got to bring this out. His stamina and his conditioning is on another level, ladies and gentlemen. Fulton, I was paying attention every time the bell rang, ding, ding, at the end of the rounds. I was paying attention a lot on the cameras when they were on Fulton. Okay? This guy was hardly breathing hard. It was like another day in the office for this guy, man. I was like, what the heck, Fulton, dude, I love this guy. Amazing IQ, you know, and for him to fight. Okay, before I continue, I got to get to comments, man. I just love this stuff, man. Let's get to these comments. Money in the Ghetto, man. Leo came to fight, but Fulton's skill, yes. Money in the Ghetto, bro. I mean, a lot of people who watched this fight, I think mostly was hardcore fans because of the, you know, that's another thing, Lavar. People have to focus more on these lower divisions, right? Don't you think so?
Yes, they definitely. And and the reason why I say that is because some of the lower weight classes, they don't get the recognition by the media like they should. It's always heavyweight, it's always welterweight, and I get it, and no disrespect to the other weight classes.
No, exactly.
But I really truly believe that the lower weight classes, they don't get recognized like they should.
Of course they don't. And it's sad. You got a debatably pound for pound fighter in El Gallo Strada, or maybe even Chocolatito. I don't do that pound for pound stuff. Okay. Right. I don't do that, but I'm just saying, controversially or whatever, debatably, they're considered pound for pound, but they're not even talked about in quote unquote mainstream media. Right. These lower divisions, ladies and gentlemen, Fulton and this fight Saturday night, it deserves to be in the first headline pages or whatever you call it. It should be headlining in media. I don't care what the heck the media is. It deserves to headline, and they deserve to be talking about this for months and months to come. This should be considered a fight of the year, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, come on, man. Like I said, like what you're saying, Lavar, it's sad to see. And I'm going to be one of those few, I guess, or whatever you want to call it, right? I got to talk about, I just mentioned this. Okay, listen, I just posted out a video yesterday, I think it was, with Taylor and Ramirez, and talking about the co-main event. And I said, you know what? These are the fights that deserve to be headlined. These are the fights that deserve to, you know, get more limelight than this silly this silly Manny Pacquiao, Ryan Garcia stuff. I mean, I get it. Love them, respect them. You already know my channel, but my platform and perspective. But these guys, Taylor, Ramirez, you know what I'm saying? Fulton, Angelo Leo, these lower divisions deserve to be talked about at the same level. You know what I'm saying? I understand maybe they're not Hall of Famers yet. I understand, blah, blah, blah. But they're bringing the entertainment and they're giving the competitive fights that fight fans want to see. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Put aside this whole nonsense of, and I understand and I respect it. You already know. Let's put aside this whole Anthony Joshua and, you know, him go, oh, Usyk, Anthony Joshua, what's going to happen? If it's not official, just I understand, okay, to a certain extent, promoting it and stuff like that. But if it's not going to happen, if it's pie in the sky, and if it's just hype, put that aside and let's talk about more tangible stuff that's going on. You know what I'm saying? Fulton Jr., Angelo Leo, this has to go in the records, man, the record books. I mean, this was just highly amazing, beautiful fight, man. Beautiful. And like what Money in the Ghetto is saying here. Fulton's skill level, I mean, I don't know, ladies and gentlemen. This guy, man, Fulton, keep an eye out on him, ladies and gentlemen. Live and exclusive, definitely, family. Thanks so much. Mac of the South continues to say, Fulton did his thing in the fight, but still a great fight. Yeah. I mean, beautiful stuff. Money in the Ghetto says, after Figueroa lost his belt, Figueroa versus Leo is a hell. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. That would be an amazing fight, too, man. I mean, you see, exactly. And that's another point I want to talk about, Lavar, that let's get to the, you know, this division. This division here, man, super bantam, if I'm not mistaken, 122 around there, 122 pounds. You got these fighters, man. Figueroa, you got Rais Alim. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. What belt did he win? The interim?
He's the.
I think he just beat the interim when he fought that his opponent Williams, right? That on Saturday night. Yeah, right. So I think
Alim fought Pasilas. I probably pronounced his name wrong.
I just forgot his last name. Is it Pasillas, his last name?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry. So that belt he won, I think it was the interim or whatever they call it, right? So, but he's and did you notice that Alim, he was in the locker room checking out the fight with Fulton and Leo?
Yes.
He was paying close attention.
Oh,
go ahead.
That fight, he's a great fighter. He has power. He can move. In the later rounds, the mid to the later rounds, Alim was getting tired.
Yep.
He was getting tired. So I mean, it's like what you said, Renee. During this pandemic, you could tell some of these boxers, they took advantage of it. They trained.
Yep.
And you can tell the difference, with the ones that didn't take advantage of it. But Alim, he's a great, solid fighter. I think that will be a great fight, Alim versus Fulton. Fulton would definitely have to be on his P's and Q's because Alim, he dropped Pasilas 4 or 5 times. So he would definitely have to be aware of Alim's power if they were supposed to fight. But then you also have MJ, and shout out salute to Lawrence Williams. Lawrence Williams was talking about this yesterday on his show. MJ, he's the IBF and WBA.
Yes.
He's 8-0 with 6 knockouts. So that kind of threw me off because normally when you see a fighter that's 8-0, he doesn't have a championship belt yet.
Right.
I could be wrong, but when I noticed that, I'm like, well, MJ has to be really good. So it's like I said, not to get off topic, you can really tell if some of these boxers actually took advantage of the pandemic. It's like what Sean Porter said. It was a reset for boxing. So these guys should be coming in at tip-top shape a little bit. I don't know if you agree or not.
Of course. I mean, in my personal opinion, there are no excuses, man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I mean, I understand we're human beings, but when you're at a level of expertise and championship level, and I'm talking about any other field. Let's talk about generally any other field of profession. You got to be on time at work. You have to have certain characteristics, right? You have to have certain characteristics at a level of expertise and professionalism when you're at, in any professional field, you know what I mean? And you have to give excellence in all your performances and what you do. I understand there are mistakes here and there, little things, but when it comes to things that are so basic as conditioning, and I've said it time and time again on this platform, we've talked about it in sessions on, with boxing then and now with the OGs, Reggie Owens, salute to the family, Curtis Anderson, Stormer B-Man. We've talked about it. We've talked about conditioning. We've talked about how something as basic as, check this out, ladies and gentlemen, something as basic as fighters being very well warmed up to the point of sweating before the bell rings. Before round 1, ladies and gentlemen, we saw it happen with the classic fighters, man. We saw it happen back in the day in the golden era of fighting. How many times do you see those fighters come in cold in a fight with not a drop of sweat before bell one, before the round wing, before the bell rings to round 1? Never. You don't see that. You see them sweating already. Wow. Something as basic as that. Something as basic as, being in weight for a fight. How basic is that, Lavar? How important is that?
It's very important. It's like what Floyd Mayweather said. You can't cook with cold grease. You got to warm up. You should be back there warming up, getting ready. You know what I'm saying? Getting your body set because you're about to go out there and put on a show. So, and that's what I like about Floyd. Some people hate him. I like him, but like he said, you can't cook with cold grease. So it's very important to get in that pad work before you go out there because you got to understand people are paying money to see you fight.
Yep.
And this is hard earned money. Some people, there's a lot of people out here that struggle to make ends meet, but they're still willing to dish out the money to see you fight on pay-per-view. So you got to give the consumers what they're looking for. So it's very important, Renee.
And this is exactly why a lot of these fighters that come in cold, not even a sweat in their face before round one, it takes time to quote unquote warm up. Oh, he's just warm. Even here amongst commentators, oh, he's just warming up. No. You have to warm up before this. And that is why many times fighters lose fights, because the first 7 rounds is given to their opponent because the opponent warmed up and he was ready to go and he's putting in that work. Mm-hmm. What happened with Lomachenko versus Teofimo? Lomachenko, what the heck was he waiting for 7 rounds? I have no idea. And the thing, why am I saying this? Because like what Lavar is saying, it's exactly what Lavar is saying. This is separating those who are really about it and really training and really have their mind in the game with this whole quarantine, whatever they call it, right? Whatever the heck, all this stuff that's going on. Fulton Jr. was in the gym. Fulton Jr. was doing his homework. I mean, you can just tell in the conditioning alone, ladies and gentlemen. You can just tell in the conditioning alone. Just that alone speaks volumes of Fulton Jr., ladies and gentlemen. A lot of people are undermining this guy, man. A lot of people, oh, he won the belt. Okay, let's move on. No. Let's move on. No. Fulton Jr., ladies and gentlemen, I mean, I'm going to say it from now on, man. He's going to make a statement. He's going to make a definite statement. Let's get back to the comments real quick, man. Definitely love this stuff. Great cards are over with as long as they not sharing those purses with the undercards. Right, man. Definitely Phil J. Chen Smoke's in the building. What's going on, Chen Smoke? Thank you for jumping in, man. We're just talking about some Fulton Jr., Angelo Leo post-fight. We have to talk. Yeah, on the road, definitely. I already know, bro. Drive safe, family. Drive safe, man. We got Fighting Words. Hey, thanks so much for jumping in. I saw your comment there, man, recently, man. Thanks so much, Fighting Words. Thank you. Welcome to the platform. Welcome. This is just a platform, man, for bro. If you're new, looks like you're new, man, simply talk to the sport of boxing, bro. Level-headed, minded folk here. Definitely, man. We're not going to go back and forth, fussing and fighting. We don't do that here, bro. We just talk the sport of boxing because we love it. You know what I'm saying? And it's purity. Fulton is dangerous. Dude, I'm saying, Syph Bud. I'm saying, bro, a lot of people don't see this. I do. I definitely see it. This is exactly why I had to go live right now. I had to do this early in the week. I just had to. He's dangerous at 122, and that's facts, Syph Bud. That's facts, bro. Do you think that, Lavar?
Yes, definitely. He is. He's one of the top ones in that weight class. But I would really love to see him fight Aleem. I would like to see how that fight would go. Looking at Aleem's last 7 fights, he's either defeated his opponent by TKO or he made them retire, dude.
Yes. Now, let's talk about that a little bit because that's what I want to talk about. We were talking about Aleem. So the thing here is that, excuse me, if I'm not mistaken, he's 18-0, Aleem. So we have Fulton Jr. Oh, he's also 18-0, right?
Fulton, yes, he is.
I think they're head-to-head right there, 18-0, 18-0. Now, the thing here, though, I don't know, man. What I saw with Aleem, pretty good fighter, you know what I'm saying? But like, as you said, kind of gassed out towards the end of the fight, last half of the fight, what have you. I don't know, bro. I just, Fulton Jr., to a certain extent, obviously Angelo Leo is not possible. I don't think he has the power of Aleem, maybe, but his chin and his body was tested when he was fighting on the inside, man. I mean, he was really tested. And Fulton Jr. excelled in this test.
He did.
That's kind of, yeah, I mean,
he did.
I personally think, man, maybe it's off, but this is just what I think. I think if Fulton fights Aleem, I think Fulton's gonna really take Aleem, man, to deep waters. And I don't know. I don't know if he's gonna give him a boxing lesson, but I just see Fulton above him. I see Fulton levels above Aleem. Speaking of holistic viewpoint of skills. I just think, man, this guy, Fulton Jr., is just all around levels above. I don't know, man. That's how I see it. But who knows if they're gonna fight, right?
Renee, I agree with you. I think that honestly, if Fulton boxes and sticks to the game plan, I can see him outpointing Aleem, if not stopping him, especially if Aleem comes in there unconditioned and he gets tired towards the middle to the end of the fight. it's a possibility because Aleem was getting tagged. He was getting punched by and it seemed like Vasilis' right hand couldn't miss. So it would be an interesting fight. But if I had to pick the top guy at 122, Fulton he'll be my pick.
You know, I definitely think he is. I think it would be a fun fight to watch, though. I'm not saying it wouldn't, right? Obviously, right. Him versus Aleem, fun to watch. But exactly what you're saying. Aleem leaves himself a little bit too open, not too precise. Of course, punches land, but he needs to tighten up on precision, you know, on his punches and executions and his defense. Fulton will read that a mile away. He'll just read that a mile away. He'll if he wants to, Fulton will go on the inside, work him in the body, pop, 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 jump out, bam, and then go back to outside work. He did it with Angelo Leo. Like I said, first round, Angelo Leo versus Fulton. First round, Fulton doing his typical, you know, ring, IQ, this and that, distance, jab, la, la, la. Second round on the inside. Third round, half of the round on the outside again. And then halfway through third round, back on the inside. You know, he'll just confuse Aleem, man. He'll just he'll just have fun with them. Obviously, I'm not saying it wouldn't be competitive. Aleem's gonna bring it. I mean, I like Aleem. Great fight, man. I love what he did against that guy. Pasillas. I love what he did. It was fun, but there are big deficiencies. You know what? I just see Fulton, this guy, man. Like you said, if you had to choose at 122, who's at top? I'm not being emotional here. I'm just saying I'm just explaining exactly, speaking what I saw. And this guy Fulton, 122, you better watch out. 122 division, you got to watch out. Luis Neri, okay, WBC champ, if I'm not mistaken. Luis Neri. I like Neri. I've been watching him for years down here in Mexico, man. Mexican broadcasting, they put him on a lot, you know. Luis Neri, I don't.
You there, Renee? I think also with the Fulton and Leo's fight, I think when Leo got cut too, I think that took Leo when he got cut above his eye, I think that took Leo out of his game plan as well. So Fulton ended up fighting a smart fight. He made it easy for himself. He didn't take that much punishment. Matter of fact, he came out, his face wasn't swollen. He didn't get cut. So he came out of the fight the way that he walked in, except for all the sweat. So Fulton, he had a great game plan, and him and his team, they came together with a great game plan, and they executed. So it was all about executing the plan. So you got hats off to Fulton and his team. So it was just smart. And to be honest with you back? Okay. I was just saying that Leo, I think when he got cut above the eye, I think that took him off his game plan a little bit as well. But you got to give kudos to Fulton and his team, because at the end of the day, they executed the plan. It was brilliant. It's like what you said about Muhammad Ali and George Foreman. Ali knew for a fact that he couldn't go in there and straight swing with and fight straight up with George Foreman, because look what George Foreman did to Joe Louis. I mean, he was knocking Joe Louis, you know, in the air, bouncing him around. So Ali had to go with the rope a dope. He had no choice but to figure out, okay, what can I do to beat George Foreman to regain my title? I need to tire out George. And that's what he did. And it was a beautiful game plan. So when these fighters out here, when they study their opponent, you know, and it's a great thing that a fighter studies their opponent with the team, because everybody within that team should be able to pick up something or catch something that the other person might not see, if that makes sense, Renee.
Definitely, man. And I just think that Fulton is being underestimated here, man. I do. And 122 is on notice. And just like what Sifeblood's saying, and 126, I see it. I repeat, I'm not another Mikey Garcia. I see something. That's not me. I'm seeing what I see. Proof is in the pudding with this guy. Proof. I'm not saying I see something and I don't see any proof. So we got to continue here in the chat, man. Willie boy, slip and move. What's going on, family? Thanks so much for jumping in, man. Family's in the building. L Dub is in the building. Salute to L Dub. Go subscribe to L Dub if anybody hasn't, man. He's a source of knowledge, man. Definitely L Dub, man. Sends me some inside info, definitely, constantly, man. L Dub, much love to you, family. Definitely, man. Y'all saluting each other. Willie boy Smith, slip and move. Continue to say great point, Renee. Just exactly. Talk about fights that are signed to the most part. Exactly. Not ones that are arranged on. That's big facts. You know, I'm tired of it. I'm just tired. This is exactly why I posted a video. So I talk about those things to a certain extent only. A very limited extent. That's all. And give my input on it. And I move on. I'm not going to sit there, you know, live after live, day after day, talking about the same things over. And I don't do that. I don't got time for that, man. You know what I'm saying? I just, my time's valuable. I focus on more tangible, more important things to focus on. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I understand, though. I'm not knocking other platforms that do it. Man, more power to them. That's awesome. Everybody has their niche. Everybody has their strengths in doing things. But yeah, man, I just talk about more tangible, you know, concrete things, man. Thank you so much for jumping in. Mac of the South continues to say smaller divisions are, bro, smaller divisions are definitely doing what Mac is saying. I mean, you know what I think, you know, I was going to say L-Dub, Lavar. I think that, you know, I think that we're going to see more and more of these. Okay. I mean, we're already seeing it. It's not much that I think it. We are seeing it. 135. You already know names. You know, 140. We're seeing that they're emerging more and more. 122. We're seeing that, you know, Shakur Stevenson, 26, et cetera, et cetera. He moved up to 130, blah, blah, blah. We're seeing this. They're coming out more and more. And there may be a transition, you know, incrementally where we're going to see much more of these guys showcasing in, you know, headlining events.
Right. I agree. I agree. You know, the boxers down there in the lower weight classes, they don't mind fighting each other. When you're at 147 all the way up, it's like a soap opera, man. Like, what are y'all gonna do? Are y'all going to fight or are you not? And it's like what I said earlier, Renee, when you had to take care of business the first time. It's some of these fighters, man, they want that Floyd Mayweather payday, but they don't want to go out there and, you know, fight the best in order to earn that payday. They want to try to make it. They want to try to make that money by fighting somebody that's not going to give them issues in the ring. The only way that you have to see if you're the best is by fighting the best. And I don't understand why these guys don't want to do it. It's driving fans away from the sport of boxing to other combat sports. They have to do better, because at the end of the day, us as the consumers, once again, our money, we pay them as well, especially when at the gate pay-per-view buys, we're paying them. So it'll be nice for them to think about the fans here and there.
You know, and I've been saying it recently on other videos and stuff, that I think that we're going to see more of this. I think that promoters are going to start, you know, because if I'm not mistaken, recently, Leonard Erleby, if I'm not mistaken, he talked about, you know, if I'm not mistaken, or I don't remember which promoter or whatever business guy in the sport of boxing said something about like undermining the fans. I think that slowly but surely these guys are going to start putting their eyes more on what the fans want, because that's one of the only ways that, you know, boxing is going to really flourish, to give what the fans want, man. Exactly. We got PGH in the building. What's going on, PGH? And thanks so much for. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead, Renee. I didn't mean to.
No, go ahead, man. Go ahead.
It's just like what I sent you yesterday when it comes to Pac-Man and Garcia. So now I'm hearing that it's an exhibition fight.
Yeah, I mean, I think I can care less about that fight, but
right, me too.
At least it's going to be an exhibition and not a pro, right?
Right, correct. I didn't know if you were going to talk about it or not.
We can. Well, eventually, I think we can. Yeah, definitely. But I think I guess that's a how can you say it? I guess that's a breath of fresh air to a certain extent, that it's exhibition, so that they can at least respect the title of the labeling of a pro fight. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Mikey Garcia versus Pacquiao looks more like a YouTube thing to me. I don't know, man. All the I understand Ryan's a pro fighter and stuff, whatever. But to me, when I see that, I see it as a Jake Paul versus, you know what I'm saying?
Right. No, I got you. I just don't want I don't want the sport of boxing to look bad, because like I said, man, there's other combat sports out there right now that's really killing it. And, I don't want people to be saying, "Oh, boxing's dead," because I'm hearing little gripes here and there that boxing isn't what it used to be. So, I just want to. I'm just like you, man. I just want to see the best fight the best. That's all.
Definitely, and this is why in the quarantine or whatever, ever since March last year, we're seeing UFC. They're breaking million and more pay-per-view numbers, man. Million.
Yes.
So I mean, that it's exactly what you're saying, man. We got here Phil J saying, the problem is a lot of them is boxing in weights too small for it. Wow. Yeah. So I think here Fulton, and this is actually a point I want to talk about, referring to what Family was saying earlier, that Fulton, I don't think is going to stay at 122 for a long time. Do you think so?
No, I think he'll end up moving up. And it depends. This is what he said after the fight when he was interviewed. He said that he wants to become undisputed. That he wants all the titles at 122. Now, if he can clear that division, and I'm not saying that he can't, but if he can become undisputed at 122, then yes, I'll see him going up, because to me, it looked like he didn't have any issues making 122.
And he didn't have any issues beating Angelo Leo. I mean, I know a lot of people of course, Angelo Leo put up a fight, but I'm saying a big emphasis of this live that I wanted to start out with was this. Fulton, man, he's levels above, man. Let me get back to this. Hold on. Okay, so we got this MJ guy, okay? 8 wins and 0, high knockout rate. But
yes.
But and we got Aleem, but he's not a champ, but we got MJ there, and WBA also Figueroa. You got Luis Neri. I don't see these Figueroa. I love Figueroa, man. I love him. He's a fighter. You know what I'm saying? This guy, he has heart. He goes in and fights. But when you talk about skills, I don't. These guys don't match Fulton, man. And now let's see if these guys really want to fight Fulton. Let's see. You know what I'm saying? And yeah. I think that Fulton will really, he can clean out this division, man. I'm not trying to speak emotionally here. I'm just speaking what I saw with his, and a lot of people aren't paying attention to that. That's exactly why I got to repeat it. A lot of people aren't focusing on what Fulton really did in that ring against Angelo Leo. A lot of people aren't looking at the stamina. A lot of people aren't looking at his conditioning. A lot of people aren't looking that he fought. Of course, they saw it, but we're not looking at it in a holistic viewpoint when we compare IQ. Because listen, what I was referring to when I went live with Curtis Anderson and Bruce Goes last week, we talked about you have to have a high IQ to fight another fighter's fight and prevail. Oh my gosh. Man, those are gems, family. I mean, a fighter. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, those who know Fulton Jr., if you don't, go check his fights out, guys. His previous fights. Forget Leo Sano. I'm sorry, Leo Sano. I'm mixing these names up. Leo Santa Cruz, Angelo Leo. Okay, forget Angelo Leo. If anybody doesn't really know Fulton, go back in his other previous fights. He doesn't really fight on the inside like he did against Angelo Leo. He fought Angelo Leo's fight and prevailed. That's not a light thing to say of any fighter, ladies and gentlemen. That's not a light thing. I mean, this guy Fulton, man, a lot of people aren't looking at his skill set, and this guy, I just see him level. Okay, getting back to that, Figueroa, man, he gets hit a lot. I mean, you think, oh man, Fulton with his skills, no. I just Fulton is going to make a statement, ladies and gentlemen. I think he can definitely clean out this division. I'm not saying it wouldn't be a problem for him to do it, although it's a piece of cake. No. Neri, seasoned fighter. Luis Neri, man, he has 31 fights, undefeated. This guy can punch too. Neri is no joke. It would be an amazing fight. Oh my gosh, 122, ladies and gentlemen. These lower divisions need more limelight.
Absolutely.
Man, my gosh. It's a joke sometimes how these, media, whatever you want to call them, platforms, whatever. Mainstream, whatever, low stream, I don't care what it is, whatever platform out there, put more emphasis on these guys. Put more emphasis on these guys. These guys are the ones who should be getting paid, multi-million-dollar purses, man. Oh, come on, man. And this is why I'm coming out, man. This is why I'm coming out and saying this. Let's get back to the chat real quick, man. Willie Boy, slip and move. Tyson used to come into the rings. Exactly. Yes, when we're talking about warm-ups, this is facts. And My gosh. Definitely right. Loma wasn't, Phil J says, Loma wasn't waiting necessarily. He just couldn't find it. Oh, good point. Good point. Good point. Yeah, Tio's game plan too, man. It just totally shocked Loma. Facts. Good point, Phil J. Find an opening in Tio's defense encounters. Good stuff right there. Very good input on that, Phil J. Phil, not sure about that because Loma didn't start winning rounds as soon as he started. Yeah, I mean, it's a thing to think about when it comes to that fight. You know what I'm saying? I just personally think that Loma possibly wasn't warmed up. I personally think that Tio, it's a mix of both. I think Teofimo came in with a game plan that really shocked Loma. And Loma was not even breaking a sweat before the fight. I mean, it's like, these guys, they really got it. If I'm not mistaken, at least, I didn't see him, really warmed up, and that's the problem. I reiterate, that's the problem. Even in championship fights, you see, not all of them, obviously, but you see these guys coming in with not even a sweat on their eyebrow. It's like, come on, man. These guys got such basic fundamentals. And it goes back to what we're saying. Such basic fundamentals that are shown in the ring with this whole quarantine stuff. Fulton really prepared. He did his homework, ladies and gentlemen. I got to reiterate one more time. Fulton's conditioning is on another level. It's on another level. How many? Okay, fine. Let's get back to proof. Aleem, tired out, gassed out, second half of the fight. Okay. Angelo Leo, gassed out, tired out, but he fought wonderfully, but he was tired out in the round 5. I mean, breathing with his, mouth open in the corner, just gasping for air. Fulton, round after round, he didn't even have his mouth all the way open. He was just like normal. You didn't see his chest exploding, gasping for air. No. Come on, ladies and gentlemen. Come on. This guy Fulton, man, he's on our level. Okay, that's fine if I'm proven wrong. If, he fights one of these guys and gets knocked out, that's fine. But I don't see it. I don't see it. Okay. Oh my gosh. Fighting words with Saif Bud, man. Luis Neri versus Fulton. The battle of the, oh yeah. Bro, that would be an amazing fight here. Neri versus Fulton. And the thing here, Neri's really seasoned. What do you think about that, Lavar?
Great fight. Definitely great fight. Yeah, and like you said, yes, Neri, he's very seasoned. But the thing about Fulton, man, he's just focused. He's determined. You can tell he's hungry. And you know how some boxers, when they win that first championship, it's like, okay, I won my belt. They're not hungry anymore. But hearing him talk and seeing him fight, he wants to clean that division, and I really do believe that he will. And another thing that I noticed, Renee, about Fulton is that he came out of that fight unscratched. He no
Dude,
cuts.
I know it.
Yeah. And that's fighting on the inside, bro. Fighting on the inside.
That's what I'm saying, dude. A lot of people aren't seeing this, and I had to bring this out so that we can see. Look at his face.
Yeah.
I don't base it on a guy's face, no, but I mean, come on. And exactly what you were saying. On the inside, he was fighting.
On the inside,
on the
right.
Round out. Dude, ever since the last half of round 3, all the way to round 12, inside fighting. I mean, come on. Come on. This guy Fulton's on another level, ladies and gentlemen. And getting back to what you're saying, he got the belt. And he wasn't, ladies and gentlemen, you can see the determination in his face. He got the belt, but in his face, you can see this ain't enough.
It's not enough.
This ain't nothing. This ain't nothing. What's this belt? Get it out of the way. I want more. Nah, dude. And what do you see nowadays? Okay, I understand. I'm not knocking anybody, but I'm just comparing determination and will and look at Ryan Garcia. Look at how he was jumping. I mean, nah, dude. I don't know. There's levels to this, ladies and gentlemen. There's levels to this. There's levels to this hunger. I understand. Let the boy celebrate. I'm not knocking Ryan Garcia. But this boy didn't even win a belt, man. And look how he was celebrating just after beating a Campbell. I mean, come on, guys. I mean, I'm not knocking Ryan. Like I said, I love Ryan. He's awesome. I like him. I like the kid. Y'all who know my platform, you already know me. Yeah, I'm not. But look at Fulton. Won a belt. He's like, nah. He kept his composure. He's just hungry. His determination, his skills is on another level. Keep an eye out for Fulton Jr., ladies and gentlemen. Keep an eye out for this guy. This guy ain't playing games. And Angelo Leo still got it. I mean, this guy can come back and I love this division. I love this guy. I love Neri. I love Angelo Leo, Fulton. This is amazing. You know, let's go back to the comments, man. I love this stuff here. So we got the divas and the.
I agree.
So Tez, when I read this, I just start laughing. Okay, the divas in the men's game need to take a leaf out of the women's attitude. Get in there with the best. Win, lose. Facts.
Yes.
Really looking forward to the Chocolatito. Oh my gosh, that's another amazing fight, ladies and gentlemen. That has to be pushed.
Mm-hmm.
Estrada. El Gallo, Chocolatito. Come on, ladies and gentlemen. I don't even think that fight's going to be on pay-per-view, Lavar.
I don't think so either, brother. But that's going to be action packed.
And they're the ones that deserve pay-per-views. These guys.
Yes, absolutely. The show that you had with myself and Bruce Goes. Salute to Bruce Goes out there. I love talking to him. You know, we gain a lot of information, a lot of knowledge from him, and he hit the nail on the head. You know, a lot of these fighters now, they don't have the coaches that were back then to teach them the fundamentals of fighting. Bruce hit the nail on the head when he made that comment. He's exactly right.
Wow. And I personally think just by looking, that's another point I want to talk about that Lavar talked about some time ago earlier in this chat, in this live. The corner. I think Fulton's corner is levels ahead of the game, man. Old school mentality. Which coach, listen to this, which coach with Fulton's skills and style is going to tell him to fight in the pocket? Which coach is going to do that, bro? Modern day coaches.
Right.
You're not going to see much of those do that. Okay, man, fight on the inside, fight his fight. No. They're going to say, "No, keep a distance, stay safe, man. Keep your, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Keep your jab up, keep your footwork up. Stay away from harm's way." You know, a coach and corner that tells you to fight on the inside, my gosh. You know, Jerome Ennis, dad and his team, his I'm telling you, Philly, there's something special here. These Philly fighters, man. So you're definitely right, Willie boy. Let's continue here. Soccer training. What's going on, family? Get on that. Saludos, man. What's going on, family? How you doing? Soccer training. Thanks so much for jumping in here, man. We got Bruce Goes. Speaking of Bruce Goes, here he is. What's going on, Bruce? How you doing, man? Gavin Washington. What's going on, family? Gavin Washington. Thanks so much for jumping in the building. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe, family. I think you're new here. I don't think I've seen you before, but hey, this is just a platform where we simply discuss the sport of boxing. We love it, you know what I'm saying? In a level-headed fashion, man. You're not going to hear bickering and going back and forth and going crazy. Nah, man. We keep an open mind for everybody, man. Definitely. It's all love on this platform, man. Thanks so much for jumping in. Soccer Training Club, man. Got here saying Teofimo Sr. got in Loma Chicos. You know, that's something interesting you say. I think Mayweather did that a lot too. Salute to Floyd Mayweather. Like Lavar said earlier, love him or hate him, we got to respect his game. I mean, no, I'm not talking about Mayweather McGregor stuff. No, I'm talking about his general career, generally speaking. We got to respect Mayweather's game. I think that Mayweather played the psychological game, man. Do you think so? Before they even fought, right, Lavar?
Yes, he to me, it seemed like he took a page out of Ali's book. He knows that, well, he knew that Floyd always wanted to be that superstar. And he had to ask himself, what can I do to get myself, to push myself over the top? And by talking trash, I mean, everybody loves a trash talker. Everybody want to see the trash talker lose, right? So he played the villain, and he's right. And when he went against Oscar, he said, you know, and this is during the press conference, you can't have two people being the good guy. Somebody has to be the bad guy. So Floyd embraced the bad side. So, and look what happened. You're talking about a multi-millionaire. He's retired and he still have millions. So, I mean, he did it right. And now you're seeing other fighters trying to take a page out of Mayweather's book, and it's working for some, but not for all.
And it's not working for all because the problem with these youngsters is they're focusing more on Mayweather's later career, not the roots.
Now, Pretty Boy Floyd was unbeatable. When he was Pretty Boy Floyd, I mean, he was knocking people out. And then, as time passed and Floyd got older, Floyd said to himself, "Well, I can't keep fighting like Pretty Boy Floyd, so I have to adapt my style." And he changed his moniker to Money Mayweather, and his knockout ratios started to drop. But can't nobody beat Father Time. Do you agree, Renee?
Yes, man. And a lot of these new youngsters, man, are focusing too much on the money side, not focusing on the sacrifice and dedication that Mayweather did when he was younger. Nuh-uh.
Exactly. And
this boy,
go ahead.
Check. You know what? I was gonna talk about this the other day. Floyd Mayweather, he like I said, love him or hate him, we got to respect his grind. I mean, he said when he was talking about when he was starting his career, he's gotten his butt kicked in sparring. He even said it. He said, I've taken defeats in sparring, but never in the ring. Never when them lights were on me, But he said, and he even, check this out, ladies and gentlemen, just look at the volumes of determination this guy had. He even said in some interview, I don't even know what the heck interview, whatever, it's out there, but he said that after he got his butt kicked in sparring, sometimes he would sit alone and say, do I really want to do this? Man, he questioned himself fighting, boxing. He said, do I really want to do this? Man, he was doubting it, man. He was thinking about leaving it, throwing in the towel in the sport of boxing. My gosh, ladies and gentlemen, a lot of these youngsters nowadays seems like they don't do that. They don't, the hours. Why do you think that Floyd Mayweather would always scream hard work, dedication, just to entertain people? No. He talked the talk and walked the walk, man. And a lot of these fighters nowadays, man, I'm not saying all of them, but all these youngsters who are pricing themselves out and hey, get back to the drawing board and fight as if you didn't have a belt. Have that same hunger as if you didn't have any belts. Just like what Fulton, I'm saying, guys, Fulton, keep an eye out on this guy, man. Keep an eye out. And what Soccer Training Club is saying, that's amazing stuff right there. He played the psych game. And another thing, what I liked about Floyd Mayweather, it was fun, and the face-offs. He would always chew gum, and he would be right in their face, taunting them like, chewing that gum. He made Canelo mad.
He made a lot of people mad. But before I get to that, the reason why Floyd works hard is because, I don't know if you remember, but there was a time where Floyd did let himself gain a little weight, and he sparred Paul Spadafora. And you can find those clips on YouTube. Paul Spadafora, he was taking it to Floyd. And I think that's where Floyd learned his lesson. Like, okay, during my off time, I need to stay active and not just be eating a lot of food, a lot of weight. So that's why Floyd is always in shape. If he's not, he's at least 5 pounds over the 147 limit, because it's easier for you to lose 5 pounds than it is for you to lose 10 to 15 to 20 pounds. And speaking on him chewing gum during the press conference and the face-offs, I'll never forget the one with Miguel Cotto. He told Miguel Cotto, you effing with the best, right?
Man, my gosh, and the thing here, look, what Stock Trading Club saying, Teofimo did a little bit what Mayweather did. He was because Teofimo, since he was young in his career, he was screaming out Lomachenko and his dad. Hey, we're gonna knock him out. We're gonna do this. We're gonna And what Mayweather did.
He should.
What's up?
Lomachenko should never. It's like what Floyd said. Floyd said the trainer can't get in the ring and fight for him. His dad can't get in the ring and fight for him.
Exactly.
Why am I going to allow that to affect me? And a lot of boxers, they're just, it's like what you said. Yes, Soccer Training Club is right, brother. Loma did let Senior get into his head.
Yep. Should have been the same old Lomachenko that he always is in the ring. Would have been a different story.
Absolutely. And I think there was a little bit of self-doubt in Loma. I really do. I really do believe that. You can see it like during their face-off. Lopez and Lomachenko's face-off, Loma just seemed like he wasn't his old self. Like there was a little bit of self-doubt. And once you get that little bit of self-doubt, Renee, you know, hey, things can come crashing down. Believe in your talent. If your talent's got you that far, why start doubting yourself then?
Man, good stuff. Good stuff. I love this. Phil J continues to say, Willie Boy slip a move. Yes, I get you, but at first Tio was too fresh, too sharp. It took that long for Loma to figure it out. Yeah, but I had to figure it out first. Right. Yeah, I feel you, man. Definitely. Got here. Willie Bo Smith continues to say, I definitely need to check out Fulton. Yeah. Yes. Hey, bro, if you haven't checked them out, no big deal. I mean, it's all good. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, this is exactly why we do these sessions, bro. This is exactly why we do it. So that people, if nobody knows much about Fulton, go back and check his fights out. You can go check it out on YouTube. They're all over the place, man. I mean, Fulton, good stuff. I love it. It's great. We don't know everything.
He's really good, man. He surprised me, brother, because you know, Renee, when a fighter comes off of a long layoff, you know, besides for Mayweather when he took 2 years off, came back and dominated Marquez. Wow. You know, it's when a fighter has had a long layoff, you know, they got to get that ring rust. But Fulton, you're right, brother. He looked phenomenal.
I'm saying, if nobody sees ring rust in a guy who has a long layoff, you better keep your eye on this guy. I mean, I'm saying, guys, Fulton, this is no other fighter, ladies and gentlemen. This is not just any other dude. This is not just any other dude who has a belt, you know. And sometimes we see that. Just another guy has a belt, whatever. Sometimes guys with belts don't have belts because they fought the best necessarily. It's facts, ladies and gentlemen. I got to bring the facts out there, you know what I'm saying? Fulton fought a game opponent. He fought a game opponent, Angelo Leo, man. Angelo Leo is not a pushover at all. Angelo Leo fought his way, man, to the top, getting that belt, man, against, you know, Tremaine Williams was a great fighter too, you know, and he took him to the deep waters, you know, and this guy Fulton, man, he wasn't even, oh my gosh, guys, I'm saying, I don't want to just keep repeating myself, but let's keep preaching, Renee, you know, and I'm happy though that Willie Boy's saying this, that I'm glad, because if there are some people out there, we don't know everything. There are so many fighters out there. There are way many fighters out there. It's hard to keep tabs on everybody, you know. So that's great, Willie Boy Smith. If you don't know him much, that's awesome. Go back and check him out. You're gonna see what I'm talking about, about this guy. You're gonna see what I'm talking about this guy, because I repeat, Fulton Jr.'s typical, MO. His MO is fight, use the ring, high skilled, you know, footwork, jab, combos, body shots, keeping at a distance. That's his MO. Everybody knows him as that. And for what he did Saturday night, fighting on the inside, fighting Angelo Leo's fight and prevailing, oh my gosh, I don't see. That's exactly what I'm saying. I don't see people stopping this guy, man. I don't see. Man, let's continue in this. I love this stuff, man. We got here. Chocolatito never short. Oh yes, man. Washington, you're facts, bro. Definitely facts right there, man. Chocolatito, man. Oh my gosh, I can't wait for this. What is it? March 13th?
I want to say yes, it is
March 13th, 20th, around there. Yeah, something like that. So, I mean, heck yes. You see, this is exactly what I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen. You know, these younger divisions are showing up and showing out. This is exactly what I want in the sport of boxing. I've said it time and time again. I'm optimistic, man, in 2021. I think we're going to continue seeing great fights, man. We got people saluting each other here. Thanks so much, man. We got Gavin continue to say, yeah, I'm new. Oh, that's awesome. But we family from, oh, okay, cool. Thank you so much for jumping on here, Gavin. Awesome stuff, man. I think I've seen you there. You know, Blue shouts out to the guy, man. Our family. I mean, so many people in the chat. I don't know who the heck is who sometimes. Man, that chat is just scrolling like crazy. Good stuff right there, man. We got Willie Bo Smith saying here, the problem is that the fighters today think Mayweather got the millions because of exactly. But it was exactly, man. It was because of the hard work and dedication. Floyd wasn't just saying that to entertain people. Hard work, dedication. He lived by it. He just like another Black Mamba, you know what I'm saying, in the sport of boxing. Just like, you know, Kobe, rest in peace. That guy, Kobe, he didn't show them skills on the court because, you know, he was that guy, man. He lived and breathed training and practicing. You know, rest in peace to Kobe, man. And you know what I'm saying? And same with Mayweather, man. This guy, he lived it. He breathed it, you know, and we a lot of these young fighters just see the flash and glamour, the glitz and glamour, and they don't understand what gets you to that. You know what I'm saying? And and unfortunately they lose it. But by the time they get a belt, by the time they start getting them 6 figures, 7, whatever figures, they start losing that hunger, man. And Fulton, he's not one of these guys. I don't think he is. So, you know, just to conclude that with Fulton, okay. Yeah, I don't see this guy. These guys, 122, 126. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to see more of Fulton. I can't wait. I don't think I don't know how active he's going to be. If there's going to be another fight announced soon from Fulton. Have you heard anything recently? I haven't, Lavar. I haven't.
I haven't heard anything recently. I know if I do hear something, because salute to once again Lawrence Williams. He finds out things before I do.
Yeah, we'll hear it from him.
So if he does, we'll definitely find out. But on another note, Renee, that Chocolatito's card is gonna be a great card, because they also have Baracus versus McCaskill too.
Oh, rematch,
correct.
Heck yeah!
Baracus versus McCaskill.
Brackus, right?
Brackus, excuse me. Yes, Brackus.
Cecilia Brackus. Yeah. Oh my God, Brackus, however it's pronounced. Yeah, that's gonna be. Oh heck yes, ladies and gentlemen, we got to be excited in the sport of boxing. Like I said, sometimes you know what? This is what happens sometimes. Overemphasizing this gossip stuff we were talking about earlier, this Ryan Pacquiao stuff, whatever, YouTube level fight, all due respect, focusing too much on that makes us ignore the amazing fights that are still going on. So, I'm excited. Man. Willie Boy, I think we got that there. So let's get on to the next point. You good with time, Lavar?
Man, I have all the time in the world.
Heck yes. Okay, so let's continue, man. We got to continue. Let's continue. What's another fight? Okay. I just said that. Disputed co-main. Yeah. Awesome. Heck yeah, man. So, let's get to another topic of undisputed. Taylor and Ramirez. Why isn't this really being spoken of much? Because many people are being caught up in the nonsense out there. I mean, like I said, it's important to talk about it sometimes. Yeah, I get it. But this fight, Josh Taylor versus Ramirez, should be blown up in media. Has to be, And I want to focus a little bit on the co-main. There are talks. Salute to Elda, who brought that in he sent me that info. There are talks of Clayton versus Mean Machine. Okay, Clayton versus Mean Machine. Clayton fought Lippietz. I think his last fight was Lippietz. I think it's going to be a decent fight. Yeah, I'm not complaining. Mean Machine, I understand. People say, yeah, he's nothing. Bud wasted him, but Mean Machine can fight, don't you think, Lavar?
Yeah, he's always game. I think that he's gonna come to fight. He's not gonna just lay down for his opponent. So it's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, that's in talks. It's not official though yet, as of yet at least, and it's also not official as of yet. It's hard to say because it's hard to just like I said in my last video. It's hard to say. Even those people announce fights, these promoters, whatever. These guys with suits, they announce fights, but we don't really know what's going to happen because of all the unpredictability with what's going on, right, in the world. But what they're shooting for with this Josh Taylor and Ramirez undisputed bout is May 1st, or early May at least. And they want it in Las Vegas, and they want it with a crowd. Do you think it's too far fetched, Lavar?
To be honest with you, no. If everyone comes in there and they respect and they follow the rules and regulations of wearing a mask, I don't see why not. And don't take what I say the wrong way, because I understand how important getting COVID is and people dying from COVID. But and pretty much what I'm trying to say is that as long as people come, they wear their mask and they have the social distance, then I don't have a problem with it. But if it's like a packed crowd and people are not following the rules and regulations of wearing a mask and they're not social distancing, then I do have an issue with that.
And it also depends, like, if we see, Willie Bill Smith, definitely, man, my Scottish boy, definitely, bro, Scottish boy Josh, heck yes. And the thing here is that it depends, a lot can happen from now to May. Maybe things will progress. Maybe things will, get better as far as the condition and what we're seeing. And maybe things will get better. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully, man, I got my hopes high. and it would just be amazing, man. Las Vegas, great venue, you know what I'm saying? Area, whatever. I don't know what the place that's exactly, I don't think they have that materialized yet as far as what place in Las Vegas, MGM or what have you. I don't know. But, you know, would be great, you know what I'm saying? And I just can't wait. We got here, Syph Bud saying here, Mean Machine, yes. And I'm not knocking Clayton. Just the only thing here is that the only thing I guess I can say that I don't favor of Clayton is, and I think it's a nice co-main. I'm not knocking the co-main, you know what I'm saying? Because Clayton, he this is just one thing I kind of think that Clayton needs to work on is his defense. Because remember when he fought Lippietz, Lippietz was putting that work on Clayton, and it was a draw. Did you see that fight, Lavar?
No, I ended up missing that fight, brother.
Yeah, it was a draw, and a lot of people kind of said, "Whoa, that was a robbery." A lot, you know, there are people that weren't really favoring the scorecard because and the judge's decision because Lippietz was putting that work on Clayton. Clayton has good footwork though. I mean, it's decent. I mean, I won't say it's the best. I don't think it doesn't really pivot much or something. But he uses the ring, you know. But he needs to work a little bit more on combos, on jabs. But the reason why I say this is because stylistically, Clayton versus Mean Machine, because it looks like Clayton hits hard. Looks like a hard hitter. So I think it would, stylistically speaking, Clayton versus Mean Machine, decent matchup, and I think it'll be entertaining, you know. But Clayton does need to work on that defense because that Mean Machine power, Lavar, Mean Machine can hit hard, man.
Yes, I've seen a couple of Mean Machines fights, and yeah, definitely. And like you said, the first 6 rounds, man, he can definitely be dangerous. So
yeah,
go ahead, brother.
And the thing here is that Clayton's going to punch back. I mean, that's the thing. He would throw hard punches against Lippietz. Lippietz is a little bull. Right. Or not little. He's 147, but he's a bull, man. This guy is a stocky, short kind of bull. I mean, that's how I see Lippietz. He's not a pushover. So, you know what I'm saying? Clayton, for him to not knock down Lippietz, I understand. I mean, you know what I'm saying? We got here Willie Boy Smith and move. What am I saying? Willie Boy slip and move. Agree with the panel's point. Definitely. The Lavar Cooper family right there. They need to not get greedy with crowd numbers. And yeah, I mean, we don't know, you know what I'm saying? As far as the crowd, it sounds kind of ambitious, wanting a crowd in Las Vegas, but we'll see. Oh man, we were referring to L-Dub earlier, and look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Oh yeah, boom. Yes. Let's talk it. Man, woo. Speaking of Lippietz, I love it. April 10th, January, February, March, April. That's around the corner, lady. You see why I'm excited about boxing? I'm not complaining, man. But of course, there are things to complain about. There are things that got to get better. I'm all for it. You know, check out my platform, ladies and gentlemen. Those who are new, check out my platform. I've talked about it so much about it, you know, but I don't overemphasize it because look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Great step up. There's another fight too, Lavar Cooper. Virgil Ortiz versus Hooker. What is there to complain about, bro?
Another great fight. Nothing to complain about. And it's like what you said. It's the lower weight classes. You know, they need to be pushed more. You know, if they're able to be pushed more, you know, that are, you know, if they can be pushed more like the 1 foot from welterweight all the way up to heavyweight, you know, the sky will be the limit for boxing. But the lower weight classes, it's like, okay, yeah, they're there, but then they're not there. You know what I mean, Renee?
And these prospects, definitely these prospects who are coming up, showing out, fighting competition. These guys got to definitely get pushed more, man. Boots.
Definitely. Yes.
Man, and we were just referring to that. I repeat, and I reiterate, I see a resemblance between Boots and Fulton Jr. in the upbringing, not necessarily in skills and styles, and the mindset, that Philly upbringing. I'm telling you, this is a breed of dangerous fighters, man.
And he's hungry.
Listen, yeah. Oh my gosh, Boots.
Yes,
this guy lives in the gym, bro.
Yes, and he's calling out the top guys at 147.
And check this out. I made a video some time ago. Boots' dad and trainer said that a source from Showtime told his dad that 15 welterweights avoided fighting. They didn't want to fight Boots when the opportunities presented themselves to fight Boots. Wow. They said, no, thanks. And if I'm not mistaken, check this out. If I'm not mistaken, his father said it was the top 15s.
Wow.
I'm saying, guys, ladies and gentlemen,
Wow.
I'm saying,
15?
Yeah, it was around the top 15s. Yep. Amongst the 15s that negated were around the top 15s. Boots is not a joke. And I'm thinking the same with Fulton, guys. I'm reiterating Fulton Jr. Same thing, ladies and gentlemen. This Philly. I'm not saying all fighters from Philly, no, but these guys got it. Mm-hmm. These guys got it. And hats off to Lippietz, who's gonna face Boots, man. Hats off to him. Not running away from Boots. Hats off to you, Lippietz, because you're doing what a lot of welterweights don't want to do.
But Renee, there's gonna come a time where they're gonna have no choice to fight him, especially if Boots back them against the wall. I can see it happening later on down the road. We just never know.
And if these guys do run away, man, the boxing community is going to eat them alive.
Correct.
They're going to be, their reputation is going to be eaten. Look what's happening to Canelo, man. I mean, love Canelo, but dude, the community's eating him alive, man. I don't know if it's just me. Do you see that or no?
I do see that, and that's what happens when you try to put a Canelo on the level of a Floyd Mayweather, and he's not, and he's a great fighter. I would never take anything away from Canelo, but at the end of the day, it's like look at his next fight. I'm gonna be honest with you. I've never seen Yildirim. I've never seen him before. I've never heard of him until yourself and the other platforms started talking about him. So I'm like,
he fought Yildirim. Sorry, man. Yildirim.
No,
he fought
good,
against. He some time ago he fought against Chris Eubank Jr. Chris Eubanks Jr. smashed him, man. No contest. I mean, I'm not speaking down on Lippietz or I'm sorry, Yildirim, but no contest, bro. No contest. Chris Eubank Jr. just he knocked him out. I think it was in round 5. Good night. Get out of here. Get out of the ring. Get out of the ring. Huh?
What do you think Canelo's going to do to him?
Man. Now, I'm not knocking. Look, I know it's very controversial, but why am I saying this? It's because getting back to Boots. Right. If like you said, sooner or later these top guys are going to have their backs against the wall and they're going to have to fight Boots. Yes. And if they run away, the community is going to eat these guys alive, man. Whether it be whatever names you want to throw out there, who's top up there, and community is going to eat them alive. That's the thing about the digital era now. I'm not knocking what true, realistic community in the boxing community say when they eat these guys alive. I'm not knocking them because they're speaking in the perspective of real fans, who genuinely love the sport of boxing, not who favor fighters. No, who favor boxing, who put boxing above, you see what I'm saying? The history of the sport of boxing to now above big names. I don't put big names above boxing, man. I mean, I don't do that. Why? Because it's going to turn into a Bernie. I'm sorry, man. All due respect to Bernie, bro, but it's going to turn into a Bernie. It's going to turn into all these other platforms who just favor their fighters and their fighters do everything perfect. You know what I'm saying? I favor the sport of boxing above it all. You know what I'm saying? I love the sport genuinely, historically, and to now. And I want to see what was done historically now. Not the corrupt aspect of it, no, but the genuine fights, true competition. You know what I'm saying? That's what I exalt above everything else. You know what I'm saying? And unfortunately, I say unfortunately because I love Canelo, man. You know what I'm saying? But he's being eaten alive, man.
He is. Especially when you have top opponents out there that he could fight. I know everybody wants to see him versus Jamal Charlo. I know that a lot of people want to see him up against some of the 168 pounders. I don't know what Canelo's thinking. I don't know what's in it, what's going on in his mind, but this right here hurts him. I wouldn't say it questions his legacy, but it
No,
kind of puts a
yeah, no.
damper on his legacy. But I don't mean to backtrack a little bit, Renee, but
Go
I
ahead.
think some of these fights too, they're afraid of losing. They're afraid of having that one loss on their record. They think that that one loss is going to define them as a fighter and that nobody's going to care about them. That's not the case. You know, everybody can't be a Floyd Mayweather. You know, how many losses did Arturo Gotti have? A couple, but he had some legendary fights, especially against Mickey Ward. So by you losing, having a loss on your record, that one loss is not going to define you. It's not going to hurt you. You just got to come back and just be better. And what I'm getting at is I think that's why some of these guys don't want to fight each other. Some of the elite fighters don't want to fight each other. They're afraid to have that loss on their record.
How many losses does Sugar Ray Robinson have? How many losses does Muhammad Ali have? How many losses does, should I continue?
Right.
How many losses does Manny Pacquiao have? How many losses does Juan Manuel Marquez have? How many losses does Eric Morales have? How many losses does Julio Cesar Chavez Sr. have? I mean, the list goes on and on.
Right. And those guys, yeah, they might have lost, but guess what? They still got back. And to be honest with you, they're marketable too. That's the thing about Floyd Mayweather.
Definitely.
And those old fights, they're marketable. That means, you know, it's when you can't sell yourself as a fighter, that's a problem. And why would I want to spend money on you if you cannot market yourself?
Yeah, I think Bud is in that perspective. I think Bud doesn't want to lose that. Oh man, I don't know. I just think he feels comfortable. He's good fighting those fighters in welterweight. I'm not taking anything away from the other divisions and stuff of that nature, right? I'm not taking anything away from Bud, but I just, I'm 100 with all of them. I'm not saying here, I'm 100 with any fighter, ladies and gentlemen. Those who are new to this platform, please. I'm not knocking Canelo. No, I love him. Great. But I'm just talking about, I'm just talking about how the boxing community, generally speaking, who exalt the sport of boxing above names, they eat fighters alive when they see them, you know what I'm saying, not fighting the best. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying Canelo's not fighting the best. No, I'm not knocking personally him fighting Yildirim. I get it. Mandatory, go handle your business. But at the same time, why didn't you fight Benavidez when he had that belt for about 5 years? It's just kind of like, you're like, you kind of look at it sideways, but whatever, right? It is what it is. I got hopes for him. I hope after Yildirim, I hope he does, but I don't know. I don't know, man. Sucker trading club. Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead, brother. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead, man. Finish.
My thing about Canelo, I get it. It's a mandatory. I understand that.
Right.
I don't think that Canelo has some say-so about that mandatory, about his mandatories.
Yes.
Exactly. He does.
And so does Bud. And he doesn't want to fight Port. I mean, this is crazy.
Exactly. And that's where I have a problem with the organizations. You got to make that fight. Bud versus Porter would show me where Bud is, because he's fighting an elite fighter. You get what I'm saying? That'll show me, okay, where's Bud really at? And I'm not saying that, Bud's not a tremendous fighter. He is, but there's still question marks. It's like what you said. Salute to Blue Blood, Kurt Anderson. His opponents are kind of sort of questionable.
That's what it is, and we are in an era. We got to face the facts, guys. That this digital era, it's going to come out and speak. And all due respect to legendary Mike Tyson, all due respect to him, man, love him, but we cannot mix in like what he said. You know what I'm saying? To our genuine, honest, respectable, mature opinions. Because a lot of people try to do that. They try to mix in they try to misinterpret what Mike Tyson said. I'm not saying anything. Mike Tyson, legend, nothing against him, but people try to misinterpret and use what he said against communities like us that genuinely, honestly, respectfully, maturely speak these things. And they say, oh, you're the social media. You can say whatever you want, not get punched in the mouth. No, we're speaking it from a humble perspective. You know what I'm saying? That's why I constantly say, my humble opinion, I think this. And we're in an era, we got to respect it, where true media, you know what I'm saying? Whatever they want to call it. People got in debates about calling new media, whatever. I don't get into that stuff, man. Leave that aside for them, whatever. True media, whatever you want to call it, we got to respect these opinions, because they're genuine. And we look at it from a historic, genuine respect to the sport of boxing. And I go back, I'm not saying, I'm not saying I'm a Curtis. Heck no. I'm not. I don't compare with these guys, man. Heck no. I'm not an IQ guy like that. But I'm just saying that, I respect the history. I like to go back so that I can compare it to now. And I try to speak from that perspective and from the perspective of now. You know what I'm saying? Definitely, man. Man, I love this. Oh, yeah. Stock Training Club. All good, bro. Take care, family. I see you. Simon. Thank you so much, Stock Training Club, for jumping in. Benavidez versus Ronald Ellis. Oh, my gosh. Awesome. March 13th. But you, good brother, that joined my chat, knew this already. Yeah. Awesome stuff, man. Awesome stuff. Oh my God, I love this session, dude. I love this stuff. I love going live. That's a good fight right there. Yeah, definitely, man. We got Willie Boy Smith continue here. And before I go, Renee, my fellow Scott, Josh Taylor, is going to school. Oh, hey, Willie Boy. Hey, I'm going for Taylor, bro. I got Taylor winning. I'm not going to break it down too much right now, but because it's still in May, we got some time off still before then. But yeah, no, I got Taylor winning, just to make it short. I got him winning, bro. Yeah, no, I'm biased. I don't think you're not biased, bro. No, you're biased, according to other people. Okay. You're biased because you said Taylor's going to win. You're a Ramirez hater. And we got to knock that stuff, man. Platforms got to knock those games, childish games, bro. We're bringing new things on this platform, definitely, with this community. I'm telling you, man, we're bringing new things. Lavar is going to bring new things shortly. You know what I'm saying? Soon. Lavar know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
there's a new community coming out, ladies and gentlemen. We're tired of these games. I ain't playing games here. I stay in my own lane. All due respect to every platform, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't playing games here. This is for mature folk. So I'm saying, bro, definitely. We got Brusco saying here, in my opinion, Canelo is hurting his legs. Yeah. It is what it is, Bruce. I'm not going to debate OGs. I'm not going to debate OGs like Bruce. I'm not going to debate OGs. Yeah, I'm not going to debate OGs like Curtis. I'm not going to debate Blue Blood. These guys speak facts. You know what I'm saying? And how such audacity of other people to go against these guys. Blue Blood, you're just favoring black fighters. Come on, man. Put these childish games aside, man. You know what I'm saying?
I agree. I
don't got time for child's play, bro. I'm saying, bro, we're bringing newness to this game. We're bringing newness here, man. I'm telling you. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it is what it is, definitely. Now, so we'll continue here. Briscoe says, this is the fight that Boots needs. Oh, yes, this is right on track if he passes. How do you think that fight's going to go out, Lavar? Boots versus Lippietz.
I think Lippietz, he's going to come game. He's going to come to the fight, but man, Boots is on a different level. I can see Boots coming out, establishing the jab, and I think he's going to end up dominating him.
Bro,
if not stop.
Bro, just look at Chris Van Heerden, welterweight division. He fought Spence. I know it was years after. I'm not trying to say, no, but Chris Van Heerden, he's okay. He's an okay opponent. Look what Boots was doing to him in round 1, Lavar.
I know.
Look what he was doing to him.
Scary.
He was playing with him, dude. He was okay. Wait. Let me go back just a moment. What Ennis' dad and trainer was saying. Listen, and that what I was referencing earlier. He also said he has guys come in and spar, and they agree to spar Ennis 8 rounds. They leave the gym in round 2, round 3. They don't want anymore. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm saying, look what he was doing against Chris Van Heerden. I understand. Many people say, "Oh, Chris was a bum and he's a tomato can." he fought Spence, ladies and gentlemen. Chris Van Heerden, he has experience. He can fight. I'm not saying he's the best. Of course not. I'm not saying he's top notch. No, but look what Ennis was doing against this guy. And this is something I didn't say, and I wanted to come out and say it. It was on my mind when I saw that fight. I think Chris Van Heerden, I don't know, the way he threw his head like that and the way he bounced back from the ropes to give him that headbutt, I don't think it was an accident, man. I don't know, man. I just think he tried to get out of that fight, bro. I think he tried to get out of that fight, man, and try to look for something. He went back on the ropes with that velocity and intensity and aggression. You don't do that when you bounce back from the ropes so much, bro, especially with Chris and his experience. You don't do that much, man. I mean, to go back like that violently and like a spring, boom, against his head, I personally don't think that. I'm not saying it was, I don't know, man. I just question that headbutt. Let me just say it like that. I question that headbutt, bro. And look how Boots was schooling this kid, man. Just like what you're saying, Lavar. Lippietz, man. I mean, I think that Ennis's chin might get tested to a certain extent with Lippietz because he's one of those brawlers. You know, he's going to fight on the inside. He's going to pressure you. I don't know, man. I think that Ennis is just levels above this guy.
He's going to be tailor-made for Boots. If you think about it.
just like what Bruce is saying, after fighting Lippietz, if he wins, I'm not saying he's going to win. We'll see what happens, right? But if he passes the test, exactly, Bruce, he can start calling out the top dogs. I agree. And the question is, are the top dogs going to want this? Are the top dog now? Because of this nonsense between Bud and Porter, I'm not blaming just Bud. I also blame Porter because I made a video recently. Porter came out and said, if Bud pushes for it, I'll fight him. What do you mean pushes for it? You're the mandatory. And vice versa. Bud said, if he said it in other words, I'm paraphrasing. If Porter pushes, I'll fight him. Stop this if. Go fight. You're the mandatory. Stop these little games. Stop this little pity pat. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, because of that, we're almost positive that fight's not going to happen. Whatever. What's an alternative? Boots and Porter. Oh my gosh. I don't know about that. I don't know about that, man.
Yeah.
I
think if Boots put on a show and he wins by spectacular fashion, I think he's going to be avoided by those top 147 pounders.
And when we refer to top, I'm not even referring to Spencer Bud. I'm referring to even like a Ugas or, you know what I'm saying? Correct. One notch below. You know what I'm saying? I would love to see, Boots to, if he beats Lippietz, like you said, in spectacular fashion, just a notch above. Go fight a Danny Garcia. Go fight a Ugas. Go fight a Porter. And then that's going to really be the ultimate. That's going to be the ultimate statement right there.
Yes.
And proof. Where is Boots? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so definitely, man. So let me get to the chat real quick, man. I love it. We'll have about a little bit more time, and we'll be off, man. I don't want to take too much of your time here. We got here Willie Boy Smith Slip saying you can't hang on Khalil about the mandatory. Yeah, that's facts, bro. Big facts. Before the Smith fight, the WBC said the winner had to fight the mandatory with him. Yeah, I feel you, bro. Where was the moaning about that before the Smith? Yeah, I feel you, man. I feel you. But there were some people moaning about it though, when they heard that, even before he fought Smith. So, but I feel you, bro. I feel you, bro. I feel you, bro. I mean, Will Boy Smith, I feel you. Definitely, man. Definitely. Bruce goes continue to say, in my opinion, Kendall is turning. Yeah. We just saw that right there. Okay, Bruce, get the. Oh my gosh. Okay, who's he just fight? Okay, y'all can continue. I feel you, man. I feel you. All respect. Okay. Okay. So, Bruce. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Y'all continue there.
Renee, I get what he's saying about mandatories. I'm not saying that all fighters have. I mean, I'm not saying that all fighters duck and dodge their mandatory. I'm not saying that, but some fighters do have say so when it comes to their mandatory. That's all I'm saying. I think that if with Canelo, I was just saying that maybe he should have came out and said, hey, I don't want to fight him. Granted, he might have to drop a belt, but I was just saying that I truly think that Canelo, for his next fight, he should be facing somebody elite. That's all.
Yeah, I do too. And there are several elite names I think a fight. Several, not just one. There were several. So,
Right.
but it's all good. We'll see what happens. You know what I'm saying? Be That Queen is in the building. What's going on, Queen? I hope you're doing great. You already know, girl. We wish the best for you. You know what I'm saying? I wish the best for everybody in this chat, in this platform, in this community who's jumping up on in here. Be That Queen. Continue to say here, looking for an out. Exactly. Bud and Porter. I'm blaming both. I'm blaming both those guys, man. So we got here a Sight Bud. Continue to say here, if Boots can stop Lippiets, I want to. Yep. Garcia after, and you know, I think Danny, he's just he's on a downfall. He's you know, I like Danny, but I just think he's I think he's towards the end of his career, man. I'd say what you guys want, you know, or other people who may hear me. I just my humble opinion is Danny Garcia, he's towards the end of his career, man. Just my humble opinion, you know what I'm saying? You know, but yeah, man, it would be nice. It would be nice though. Boots versus Danny, but I don't think Danny would want it. I just personally think Danny don't want that smoke, man. I don't think he's gonna want to smoke from Boots. I don't know why I'm trying to click here on Willie Bo Smith's comment here. It's getting slow here, but let me just read what he says. He said, "Can I ask the chat and panel? Connor Ben, there we go. Connor Ben is stepping up at a nice rate. Oh, I love this, Willie boy. I gotta make a video. I've said it time and time again. I gotta push a video on Connor Ben and on Kelly." Josh Kelly, if I'm not mistaken, welterweights. These guys, UK fighters, other great talent that community's not speaking about. I'm so happy you brought this up. Connor Ben, I just think he needs to brush up a little bit on his patience, you know, on the flurries he throws, because he gets landed upon quite a bit. But Connor Ben is a great prospect in welterweight division. So is Josh Kelly. Do you know about them, Lavar?
Yes. It's like what you said. When for Connor Ben, just, you know, stay composed. You know, if he stay composed and you know, tweak little mechanical things. You know, I mean, he's gonna be really good for the sport, boxing, and for that welterweight division.
Yeah, very soon. Thank you so much for reminding me, Willie Boy Smith, Willie Boy, slip and move. I'm gonna have to push out videos on Connor Ben and Josh Kelly. I've been saying it. I got to do it. I got to get around to it. I like these guys. I don't care where they're from. A lot of people, you know, that's another thing. Platforms kind of knock UK fighters. I don't. I love all fighters. I don't care where the heck you're from. You know what I'm saying? I respect the UK fighters. You know why? Because UK fighters have a rich, UK boxing has rich history, Lavar. Did you remember that? Do you know that kind of? Yeah. Yes. Bro, the roots of boxing come from UK. If I'm not mistaken, bare knuckle fighting comes from UK.
Man, I love watching bare knuckle fighting.
It comes from you know, and we're talking about historically back in the early 1900s, 1800s, bro. Boxing comes from there, man. I love UK fighters. I love AJ. You know, I don't care what people say about AJ. I respect his skills in the ring. I do frown upon the whole thing that happened between him and Wilder. Ever since then, I was like, come on, AJ, come on, bro. You know what I'm saying? But I respect his fighting in the ring. I do wish I'm 100 with everybody. I said it about Bud, said it about Canelo, and I say about AJ. I do wish he would step up and fight Wilder since years ago. You know what I'm saying? I wish he would have fought King Kong Ortiz. You know, there are some fights I wish he would have fought. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. I do respect AJ, man. I love the UK fighters. Frampton versus Herring. I'm going for Frampton in that fight. Another UK fighter. Josh Taylor, Scottish. I mean, the list goes on and on, ladies and gentlemen. Time and time again, I've said, you know, on my platform, I exalt UK fighter Chris Eubank Jr., former fighters, Froch, Groves. I love those guys. George Groves and Froch. Man, did you see those fights, man, some time ago?
Froch and Grove, absolutely. Froch he was a beast.
Legend.
Yes, definitely a beast. I mean, a legend. I'm glad to see him commentating now.
Oh yeah, UK. Love to hear him.
So yeah, it's great seeing those guys.
You know, we got to respect the UK fighter. Oh, Daniel Dubois, even though he lost with the jab, but Anthony Joshua, Joyce. I mean, come on, guys, ladies and gentlemen, the list goes on and on. I don't understand platforms that knock UK fighters. I don't knock them. You know what I'm saying? I don't knock these guys. I love boxing as a whole. You know what I'm saying? But it's all good. Each platform does their thing. But yeah, Willie Boy, thanks so much. What's up?
Joe Calzaghe.
Of course, man. The list goes on and on, man. The list goes on and on. So, yeah, thanks so much for bringing that up and you reminding me. So, yeah, Connor Ben, he just got to say, I think obviously he has to brush things up. He's a prospect. He's learning, but How far do you guys think he can go? I definitely think he can go very far, bro. He's just got to stay on the right path, continue growing. So can Josh Kelly. Oh man, I love these guys. I hope sooner or later. Now, this is just the only thing I don't want to see, that they just stay in the UK. You know what I'm saying, Lavar? I hope they just don't stay over there. They got to come to the better they get, the more they got to start going on international grounds, right?
I agree, and the reason why I say that is because look what happened with AJ against Ruiz, the first fight. Coming over here to the AJ coming over here to the States, and he gets clipped. So,
and I gotta respect. I know a lot of people knock him. I know it. A cheat. I know it. I mean, I'm not taking anything away from that. I'm 100. I repeat it for the 10th time, so you guys don't think I'm a biased guy or whatever, right? No, of course not. Other platforms have thought it about me, but think what you want. I don't care. It's all good. Billy Joe Saunders, I've knocked him, that cheating, hopefully he's clean now. Okay. But I respect his skill in the ring, though. I got nothing to take away from that. I got nothing to take away from Canelo. He popped dirty. I mean, come on, let's be 100, guys. Let's be 100 here. Dillian White, he popped dirty. But I admit he was boxing well against Povetkin before he went night. He took Povetkin down twice. Come on, guys. Let's be 100 in all this. You know what I'm saying? Dillian White was boxing nicely. I mean, I respect that. You know what I'm saying? Boxing nicely. Why do I say this about Billy Joe? Because I respect these UK fighters, the very few that have come to the US and fought guys. You know what I'm saying? Russian fighters coming from way in those areas, coming to the US and fighting these top guys. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And exactly what you're saying, Lavar. AJ, he didn't do that. You see what I'm saying? He should have been doing it more in his career. But what was happening? He wasn't fighting the Wilders. He wasn't fighting the Luis Ortizes. You see what I'm saying?
Right. I did.
And that's exactly what you're saying. He came to the U.S. What happened? Stage fright, nervous. He wasn't the same AJ. And I'm not taking anything away from Andy Ruiz in the win. 100 wonderful victory. I'm not taking anything away from that. AJ should have known. He should have been guided the right way by Eddie Hearn to come to the U.S. soil to fight these guys. You see what I'm saying? Earlier in his career.
I agree. I definitely agree.
Mm-hmm. And I don't want to see, and that's what I'm saying here about Willie Boy-Smith. I hope, that Conor Benn and Josh Kelly, the more they grow, the better they get, because I know these guys are going to be great names. Start getting that international turf, start getting seasoned and fighting away from home. Definitely, man. Definitely. Scythebug continues to say, Boots attempted to fight Delorme. Oh my gosh. Van Heerden, Formula, now Lippietz, former opponents of Crawford. Good facts. Boots is definitely going the right way. Definitely. Chain with Ice is in the building. Thank you guys so much. Man, y'all jumping in the building, man. Thank you guys so much. Boots can get a big fight on PB. Can't get. Exactly, Chain. And it's for the reasons we said earlier. It's that your facts. Bruce Ghost says here, don't forget to wish Mr. Will Shelton. I haven't seen him here on the platform, but happy birthday to Mr. Shelton. We say it from here.
Happy birthday.
Blessings to him. Definitely, man. Mr. Shelton, we wish the best for you, fam. Stay safe, man. Prayers up for you. Blessings in your birthday, family. Be that queen. We'll do Bruce. We got the OG Stormy B Man in the building. Salute to Stormy B Man. Yes, sir. Go subscribe to Stormy B Man. If anybody's not subscribed to him, y'all got to go subscribe. If nobody's subscribed to him, y'all crazy. You're crazy if you're not subscribed to this guy, man. Come on.
Insane.
I've said it time and time again, man. Stormy B Man, his platform deserves to be on ESPN or something. Man. Thursday nights, Tuesday night tussle. Go get that. Go subscribe, family. Chain with Ice says here, Wilder ducked AJ. Okay, yeah, it's controversial, bro. It's controversial, that whole thing, man. But it, I don't know, man. Controversial stuff. But we got here. Storm B Man continues to say here. We got here. Sub move. He can go straight to the canvas. He gets hit too clean and often. If that isn't addressed, it'll be. I think we're talking about AJ, right? I haven't followed the chat, so sorry about that, man. Be that queen is laughing away. That's what it is. Okay, Lavar Cooper. Last words, bro. We've been going on for a good minute, fam. And thank you guys so much for jumping in. Oh my gosh, Curtis. Oh.
Salute to Mr. Anderson, Curtis Anderson. Salute,
dang
bro.
it. Yeah, it's because Kurt. You know what, Kurt? Sorry, bro. Because I was changing the times, right, Lavar? I was changing it.
Yeah.
Hey,
yes.
I was saying to Lavar behind the scenes, Kurt. That's why I didn't text you. I didn't want to confuse you, bro. Because first I said to Lavar, hey, 10 minutes. And then I said, no, another 20 minutes. No, another 25 minutes. Yeah, so sorry, Kurt. That's why I didn't do it, man. So sorry, man. But definitely next we go live. I'm planning on going live on Thursday, man. You up for it, Lavar?
I am. Yes, sir, I am.
Lord willing, at least, right? I plan it. So we'll see how it goes. Hopefully on Thursday, Friday, latest, maybe Friday. Kurt, so please consider that family. Thank you so much for jumping in, Kurt. So sorry about that. But I didn't want to frustrate you, bro. I didn't want to confuse you with all my changes of times this morning, man. I just changed like 5 times, right, Kurt?
Yeah, you did. You changed it a couple of times. So I had to check in with you just to make sure, though.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly why, Kurt, I didn't do it. I didn't want to frustrate you with so many changes, bro. So sorry, man. But that's exactly why I didn't. Okay, Kurt. So, but yeah, definitely, Kurt. Hopefully this week. Okay, later this week we got to go live, man. Hopefully, and I had to go live today because it was just itching in my heart, in my mind. I was like, I gotta talk about Fulton. Man. So, on the lookout for Fulton. Oh, Storm B1 was talking about Connor Ben. Oh my gosh. Let me just go before we go, man. Before our last words. He can go straight to the canvas. Oh my gosh. Okay, I get it. That's his input on what we thought about Willie Boy. Okay, I'm sorry. What we thought about what Willie Boy said about Connor. Okay. He gets hit too clean and often. Yeah, exactly. Story B, man. He definitely has to work on his defense. That's a big fact. And that's what I don't like about, and it all connects. It's not going off of the topic. That's what I don't like about Jaime Munguia, Lavar. I don't know why this guy, Jaime Munguia, I understand, respect to him. He's a warrior. That dude gets hit too much, man.
Yeah. I agree with you, Renee, on that one. He does get hit a lot. It seemed like he needs to go back to the drawing board. And it's like what I mentioned earlier, when we were talking about Bruce Goes mentioning coaches, right? Coaches being the old school coaches, teaching the fundamentals of boxing. So I think that's what he needs in his corner.
Big facts. Be that queen. Definitely. Storm B-Man with the OG knowledge right there. And not just in boxing and everything. Dine and dish. That's good stuff right there. Check that out, queen. Yes, it's in his archives. Definitely. So, man, last words of Lavar Cooper. I loved it. We had so much fun, man. I love the talk.
Yes,
any last words, bro?
Renee, thank you for allowing me to come on your show and talk about boxing. Look, I'm not a, I don't know a lot, but I know enough. I'm not like
I don't know a lot either, man.
Stormy B, man, and salute to Bruce Goes. I'm not knowledgeable like them, but at the end of the day, boxing is a sport that I love. And once again, salute to you, Renee, for allowing me to come on. And for everybody in the chat, salute to you. Be safe out there. Take this pandemic seriously and just stay safe.
That's what I'm saying, man. This is we're bringing newness in this community, and we don't, we really do care for you guys. I don't just come out here and just, I don't just come out here and just worry about, I want people to view in because we're just talking boxing. No, we definitely do care about you guys, everybody out there. Please, and just what Lavar Cooper said, please take care of your health. Take care of your family. Take them vitamins. Drink water, exercise. Please take care of yourselves. Because we're in times where we really have to have our immune systems, strong. Even if we're not in coronavirus stuff, even if we're not in this, we got to take care of ourselves. Please take care of you and your loved ones. Thank you so much for the live session, man. All you guys who jumped in, y'all jumped in the building today. And Curtis, please consider that family. Even Storm B-Man, obviously, but I think Storm B-Man works in the mornings. But still, Storm B-Man, you're obviously considered always, all day, man. Bruce Goes Thursday or Friday morning. I think Thursday. I think we're going to shoot for Thursday morning around 9:30-ish Central Standard Time. We'll go live again to talk some more boxing. Definitely, man. Thank you so much for jumping in the building. Everybody, stay safe. Peace out, family. Lavar, can you just stay for about 1 minute after this?
Yes, sir, I can.
Cool, man. Peace out, fam. Stay safe.